Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I will be sharing some Eid cards and treat bags. I will go over the products I use and include a few short tutorials. Eid will either be on Sunday or Monday depending on when the crescent moon is sighted. This marks the end of Ramadan and the start of the new month Shawwal in the Hijri Islamic calendar. Before we begin, let me quickly share a little about the Eid. Eid is a joyous Islamic celebration marking the end of Ramadan and called Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr, known as the festival of breaking the fast, follows a month of fasting and began with special prayers. Families gathered, exchange gifts, and share festive meals. Also, it's a time for charity as Muslim give zakat al-fitr to support those in need. Let's start with the treat bags. First up, I made this treat box using the Stamp Market scalloped gift box die and Simple Stories domestic plus paper bag. As you can see, it's a quite roomy and holds a lot of candy. Honestly, I think popcorn wrapped in cellophane would be a better idea instead of all these candies. For the tag, I used the Stamp Market tag die, added a bow from the gift box die, and stamped word happy from a lawn fawn set, and I spelled Eid using a lawn fawn alphabet stamp. Next, I made another treat box using the same paper pad, but this time I used Crafton Desert Divas bag die. Unfortunately, this company closed in 2019, but I was lucky to find this die in a de-stash sale from Tina, Crafty Bean. I will link her channel if you are looking for some crafty treasures. Now, onto a treat bag perfect for kids. It fits 2 to 3 small chocolate nuggets. I used this mini treat bag die by American Crafts, which also comes with fun accessories like heart and banner dies. I love how the Stamp Market tag die adds a beautiful lace details and pierced edges. Last but not least, I used the Tailored Expression Pretty Pyramid die. But unfortunately, I couldn't find my sample. I think one of the kids got it and enjoyed the chocolates inside. Now I'm going to leave you with short tutorials for some of the treat bags. Now let's move on to the cards. For my first card, I used Pink Fresh Studios hexagon background die, Happy Word die from Pink Fresh Studios Happy Birthday set, Pink Fresh Studio alphabet dies. I really love the engraved details. Wow Imposing Powder to color Eid, and Pink Fresh Studios floral washi tape. I love die cutting these in bulk, so they are ready when I don't feel like coloring stamped images. For my second card, which is unfinished, I used a Pink Fresh Studio cover play die. I don't remember the name, but I'm going to list it in the description box. And the Altono Jumbo Happy die with the floral washi tape. I love the colors, but I am stuck on where to put Eid. I originally placed it at the bottom, but it got lost because of the large happy die. Should I stamp it, move it elsewhere? Let me know your suggestions in the comments. My third card is a shaker card. So I used Pink Fresh Studios wreath washi tape, turn it into a shaker element. Pink Fresh Studios diamond cover plate for the background. Jumbo alphabets die from the stamp market. Happy heat embossed in pink embossing powder from Wow. The fourth card was the easiest. I used just one die, Altono Gateway to Morocco, a place I would love to visit along with its neighbor Tunisia. So I stamped Happy Eid and added gold star die cuts scattered around. This is the only card with a tutorial, as I crafted the others at night and I depend on sunlight for filming. Now for the fun and joyful cards. I finally used one of my all-time favorite stamp sets. You will see it in a second. So the supplies I used, Sizzix sticker paper pad, Dress My Craft alphabet dies, Concord and Ninth altogether uppercase alphabets dies, Waffle Flower wooden frame die, Happy word die from Spellbinders, Waffle Flower postage die and stencil, Stitched alphabet dies by Craft and Desert Divas. I hope I didn't butcher that name. The star of the show is the Waffle Flower cookie stamp. I bought this years ago and sadly it's discontinued. I once used it to make Eid card with Lawn Fawn Magic Iris die. I will link this video at the end. I used to cut the images using scan and cut, but my son broke it by putting coins inside. He's listening. I tried removing them, but it scratched the mirror or whatever scanned the images. So I searched online for the coordinating dies, but couldn't find them until last month. I finally found them at Seven Hills Craft in the UK, and I snatched them immediately. To celebrate these coordinating dies, I made 3 cards using this set. So the first card, I use a gold waffle flower frame die and a postage die, which I trimmed, and I regret trimming it. Also, I made a mistake here and I tried to cover it with the die cut, but the ink still shows through. The second card used the postage die and added sentiment on both sides. It looks a bit weird, but that's what came to my mind at that time. Third card, which is my favorite, I kept the postage die intact, cutting a frame out of A2 panel, and I heat embossed it with a fun mixed embossing powder from Stampendance. These characters are so cute. Just looking at them makes me happy. I really hope Waffle Flower bring them back in their future releases. That's for today's video. I hope you found some inspiration for your cards and for your treat bags. Let me know in the comments which project was your favorite, and if you have any idea for placing the right sentiment on my unfinished card, I would love to hear them. See you next time.